Watch local high school soccer only on VTV Channel 6. Catch the action on VTV Channel 6, 706 HD, or stream it live at strata.tv. Uintah Basin High School Soccer live coverage is presented by Octane FC, Future Utes, Future Cougars, L&L Motor, people you know, people who care. Also made possible by Mountain America Credit Union and the Advisor Group. Uintah Utes, Union Cougars.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody to another afternoon game of Uintah Basin High School soccer action. I'm Mark Mason and with me today is Jared McCackney. And Jared, it's the rematch. The Union Cougars versus the Uintah Utes. And this time we're at home for the Union Cougars. Last time we went to the home field for the Uintah Utes. And of course the Utes won that game, but you know, as we recall, it was fairly evenly played. A pretty even distribution on shots on goal. More of Uintah's found the back of the net.
You know, each of them had something that they did very well, and they did it very well for most of the game.
Yeah, they and some of my favorite parts from Union. You know, we had I can't even think of his name. It's the center back for the Cougars, and he was just destructive on both sides of the ball. And then of course Goodrich for the Utes did the same thing. You know, kind of handled that middle center back and controlled the tempo of the offense or the defense, excuse me. And then of course for the Utes, you know, the special player is Spencer Seitz. And, you know, a lot of the times where he goes, the Utes follow. So the kickoff is off. The Cougars had the kickoff. And nothing to note so far in the game.
It's interesting already how they've started playing in the middle of the field here. It seems like both defensive sides are pushing up and making it so that they're only playing at about 30 yards of the field at a time.
Yeah, you've got the thirds as a coach's. You know, how do you say that? Your third, the middle third, their third. Is that how that goes? Is that the lingo?
Yep.
And of course, you don't want everyone to have it in your third. If you can keep it out of that area, it's really hard to score in the back 2/3 of the field. And there's a nice challenge by McCackney. Ball was there, and you know that's a sacrifice play, Jared. I mean, you know you're going to get beamed, and you've got to put pressure on that ball. But if you let them have a free shot at it, they're going to advance it up the field pretty easily. And McCackney came and challenged it, and sure enough, he took a shot. So
checking his bruises there already as he lifted up his shirt there.
I think that's kind of the old hockey mentality. Not afraid to take a little bump and bruise, you know. How many times have you been pushed up into the glass by somebody that weighs him by 40 pounds? By one of the goons on the defensive line, right?
Yep.
Oh, nice pass. Goes right between the legs of the defender. The Utes are able to handle it. That's there's a foul there. And that's Nurden that stole the ball, and then he got charged from behind. So they're going to have a free kick to Goodrich. Calls his shot and puts it up in the field. Little bit of wind, but it's coming across the field, so there's not a lot of advantage to either team, Jared.
Yeah, I don't think unless the wind really becomes more aggressive, that's going to be a factor in this game. So
a beautiful day, just about 50 degrees outside. There's just no better temperature to play soccer. You know, you never feel too hot, never feel too cold. It's just a gorgeous day.
If you've ever played on turf, 50 degrees feels like 80 degrees out there, and so playing on a natural surface right now, 50 degrees outside, it's going to be a good game.
Goodrich handles it in the middle, has a little bit of challenge and loses the ball, but there, I think it was Bunderson controlled it up to forward. Nice header by McCackney, but then cleared, and that was number 9 for the Cougars, Daxton Iverson. I think Tyson Iverson is the one I was remembering from the last game. Number 12. He seemed like he was always in the middle of everything. Is that? Am I remembering that right, or is it somebody else? Maybe it's number 10. Is it Jaden Bartlett?
No, I think Iverson, as we were talking about last week or last game.
little bit of scariness there. They can't clear the ball. The Utes still have it. McCackney can't get a clean touch. Does there, but then gets challenged. It's Winterton that gets the ball out. But still the Utes have control right in the corner. Defender on him, gets past him cleanly. Boy, look at that pass, and we got to check. Oh, and he got it. Did it get through? It hit the post and bounced out. You know, Jared, I thought that might have got up inside that post, but the line judge did not call it.
No, boy, that was an amazing move by Jury Bettis on the line there. Was able to get it past the defender there. They made 3 great passes with a great shot.
Yeah, you had that perfect triangle, and then that through ball. And you know, when you're the keeper, there's nothing worse. You know you're the last guy. And he just hits it high. I thought it got up underneath the crossbar, but the linesman kept his flag down, so it bounces out. And the first scoring opportunity comes for the Utes, and they come away with nothing. And the Cougars quickly on the counterattack, pushing the ball up. Winterton with a header. Kyle Reinhardt's not able to control the ball. See that touch by Goodrich? He opens his chest up and moves the ball forward. And so even though he doesn't have the control, the touch is open and it moves forward. Bunderson can't control it.
Bunderson and Iverson, there we go again.
Yeah.
Look at him going.
And we have a foul, or it might have gone out of bounds. It did go out of bounds, so it's going to be throw-in for the Utes. Iverson just can't get it. Bettis has the ball. Looks at and switches the field. I like that. Makes the defense have to recover quickly. Little outside run there by Nurden. Sights with a nice touch, clears it and crosses it, but too deep, goes right to the keeper. You know,
Union has 3 or 4 players back there to Uintah's 2 or 3, and I think that's going to be key for them, making sure that they're not, they don't have too many numbers down there.
Yeah, last game, at the early part of the game, the Cougars went all out on the attack, and a couple of times cost themselves on the counter. And there's Goodrich with a nice chip, and then he's going to run. He's going to come up. Oh, what a ball! And there's the offside flag. Yep.
It looked like both McCackney and Spencer were offside on that.
They were about 2 yards behind the defense, and it was a pretty easy call. You're right about that.
The referee was right in position, so nobody can dispute that.
Well, I couldn't bring this game to you without sponsors, and we want to thank our sponsors. L&L Motor has been with us for all of the sports. But hey, listen, busy moms, L&L has got you covered with their all-new express lane services. Check them out at L&L Motor. So we've got some Winterton. He's a really good center. He knows how to control the field. He does there. He wins that ball, and they're outside. They've got a chance. Gets it out to 21. Spencer Falcons, and the ball just rolls out of bounds. I thought he was going to control that and have something to work with out there. Rolled out, pushes it up to Bettis on the counterattack to McCackney. Nice touch. Did he put it a little too much? Yeah, he did. And Bettis couldn't get to it. Out of bounds, coming back quickly. Jaden Bartlett, and he's got an arm. Gets it up about 20 yards. Little touch there by Bunderson. Wasn't able to get through. Goodrich had a nice look run. And no challenge here. We've got number 12, Tyson Iverson, bringing it up. Gets a nice center ball and a shot. Oh, it goes right at the keeper. Jackson Benyon, that's a high kick. And he had a nice look at it, turned and did a nice touch without looking, but just happened to hit it right at the keeper. Bunderson can't get the weird tail whip.
That was a really great run for Union. I mean, I think it was 18 that was taking that shot, Kyle Reinhardt, and he just was able to turn the ball and had a good shot.
Yeah, he had a gorgeous look. Look at him, just still all on his own, beating 2 defenders, and they're going to contend. Oh, nice cross. Look at that cross. Gets it to Winterton. He can't get a good touch on it. And, the Utes were in trouble. They couldn't clear it, and Iverson almost had a shot. And finally, they kick it out of bounds. So talking to the Roosevelt coach, the over-under on balls crossing the street today, he said, is 10. Let's see if we can keep it under 10. We're playing here in the field, and the back line is almost on the road. But a good flat surface, good nice playing field here. Can't get the header to drop. Comes in number 9. That's Daxton Iverson tries to one-time it and just hits it off the right side of his ankle. Ball out of bounds. Caden Law to throw in. You see the captain armband on Caden Law's?
Yes.
Caden's one of the seniors playing out there, and he plays in midfield.
You know, I think the game's pretty even right now. I mean, I've seen a shot from Union and a shot from Uintah, and that's about all.
Good shots, too.
Yes.
You know, the one for Uintah hits the bar. The other shot for the Cougars. Oh, nice head ball. Goodrich is able to get ahead on it and clear it a little bit, but not hard enough. And here we got a chance on the baseline. Nice ball by number 7, Caden Law, and it's going to be a corner kick. Boy, did you see the head ball? I think it was Tyson Iverson. Just a nice touch. Hits it out to that baseline.
You call that a flick when you flick it back behind you. And that is a great play, a great set play to do.
Ball's up. Oh, boy, you know who it was. It was Bunderson got up there high enough to knock that ball out. And the Cougars are just controlling it here on the Utes' third of the field. And had a lot of touches, a lot of looks right here close. And you can't dance with fire when you're back here on your defensive side of the field. Sights with the ball, looks upfield. Nurden can't control it, loses it, but challenges. Still challenging. The Cougars get it. A nice cross. No forward on that side of the field to receive it.
Very
Boy,
good,
look at
very
the
good idea.
effort. Oh, yeah, just incredible effort. Number 18, Kyle Reinhardt, putting pressure on
Jury
Bettis, and it turns into a turnover with a throw-in, and we know he can throw it in almost all the way to the goal. And Bunderson knocks it out of bounds with his head.
Really smart by Reinhardt by just saying, you know what, I'm not gonna let you come forward. I'm gonna wait till you make a mistake, and eventually Jury kicked it out.
Little chip ball there, doesn't get deep enough to get to the keeper. Goodrich pops it out. Again, these clears by the Utes have not been very strong, Jared. They're going to get themselves in trouble. And Law with a nice play and then a shot. Oh, and it's blocked by Bettis. Not Bettis, excuse me, Bunderson, excuse me. Number 4.
Union is winning the 50-50 balls. They're getting more headers, and they're doing things right now.
Yeah, the Utes are playing a little bit soft, and boy, what a touch. That ball, maybe just a little too much, but sometimes that's hard for the keeper, Benyon, to come up and judge the bounce right. Oh, nice ball there. Bettis keeps it alive, and then he's got a little bit of time trying to get the defender off balance. Does. Knocked out of bounds. That was one-on-one Caden Law and Jury Bettis. And Bettis got Law just off balance enough to get past him, but then number 9, Daxton Iverson comes and sweeps it out of bounds, so the challenge is over. Bettis with a nice move again. Looks for a little chip. Sends it into the keeper. Boy, Jared, did you see that ball come off the keeper's hands?
Yeah, he let go a little bit there.
Yeah, you don't ever want to give up a soft goal, and sometimes that's how you do it. You don't grab that ball and it spins weird. Next thing you know, it's bouncing into the net. We got another offsides. McKechnie's got to watch that. He's been 2 yards deep on 2 of them here. He's got to make those horizontal runs a little bit better. He's going deep too soon.
Yes. You know, you want your forwards to make runs and be at a pretty good speed when they cut towards the goal. And if the defense is watching you, they can get you offside awfully quickly.
Yeah, and you know as well as I do, you get a little excited, you know. So you want to take that step. You want to have that first step and beat them. Nice head by Bunderson to McKechnie. He keeps control himself. Ball's going to go goal kick. Cougars ball.
Looks like we got a substitution. Who's that? Jaden Spencer going in for...
He's going to go in for McKechnie,
Connor.
It looks like. Connor McKechnie going to come out. Jaden Spencer takes his first action of the game. He's a sophomore. And one of the things I've seen from Coach Nurden is he's not afraid to play the younger kids. He's got freshman starters. He's got sophomores that get significant minutes. You know, only has one senior that's out there. And you see a a Cougar player go down, and that ball might get to us, and it just falls a little bit short. Well, that's kind of exciting. I don't know if the crowd can see where we're at, but we're out here on the VTV trailer, and we're out in the middle of the action here. I kind of like this better than calling it over at Uintah, because when you're up in that press box, you can't hear what's going on.
Can't hear what's going on, and you got that glass in front of you that you're trying to get through the glare of the sun. So
some of the action is muted by being there, but not here. So we have a throw-in, Spencer Felkins, and I was talking about that trip earlier. The reason it's not a foul is both players' feet hit the ball, and that's what causes Felkins to go down. Felkins wins that. Again, you're talking about that 50-50 ball, Jared. How do you get, as a coach, you've coached for so many years, how do you encourage the players to win those balls?
There's certain drills that you can do to liven the player up. Realize that it's going to be a physical game. A lot of it is the scare of being hit or knocked off balance or things like that. And the more you do that, the more they get comfortable with it. So
more contact, more game-like contact in scenarios they have.
Seems like soccer's going more and more contact over the years too.
Oh yeah, it's
things are allowed if it's a 50-50 ball, and sometimes you wonder if they're going to get up.
Cougars control it. I like to see that, and you see it a lot more on this level. Oh, that ball gets through. Look at this chance the Cougars have. Oh, and he just doesn't touch it hard enough. But they're still alive, and he kicks with the left foot. Missed. Not cleared by the Utes. Oh, Winterton with a one-time. If he could have kept that ball, there would have been nothing Benyon could have done about that.
That was 5 Union players to Uintah's 4 players trying to put that in. Union does that over the period of this game, and they're going to win this one.
Yeah, and so you have the 4 defensive backs, and whose responsibility? It's one of the mids has got to come back and help, and there was no help, and the Cougars are on the attack again, and Benyon attacks it wisely. And then quickly gets it up to Bettis, and they're running now. Oh, and he doesn't touch it right. Boy, I don't know. The Utes, they did play last night. They had a region game against Carbon. And of course, they won that game handily. But your legs are going to be a little bit dead playing 2 games in 2 days, even if you are a high school kid. You see Nurden in the mid challenging that. But Benyon clears. Want to thank Octane for helping us bring this game to you. Your club for Uintah Basin Soccer, offering competitive soccer, qualified coaching, traveling teams, and tournament play. Octane, one of this game's sponsors, and helping us bring soccer action to the Uintah Basin. I think this is a fabulous thing. Boy, look at the touches on the ball, Jared.
Union is doing a very good job. I mean, you're exactly right. Let's split it in halves, and the ball has been on the Uintah half the majority of this game so far.
And
finding the open players, just as you saw there.
Oh, look at that beautiful ball by Winterton. Oh, just maybe a hair too long on that. But yeah, and they're all coming to meet the ball, where the Utes are kind of sitting back on their heels a little bit right now. And this is one of those games. Talent, throw it out the window. When you're playing Roosevelt and Uintah,
heart. Heart is where you wins the game.
Yeah, I've called Uintah Basin sports for a lot of years, and you can have one team so much more talented than the other, but when they're playing each other, all they want to do is win. I've seen some good action by Benyon coming out. He's timing his runs very well up there.
Good confidence and control of, this is my area and I'm going to control it. And he does bring that to the table for sure.
There's a chance for the Utes. They've got numbers, and the defense is out of position. Oh, and touched out of bounds by Daxton Iverson. That'll give them a chance to run one of their set pieces off the corner. Now, I read a stat regarding corner kicks. You think of it as one of the most dangerous plays in soccer, but they're only successful on the corner about 2% of the time. I don't know if that's pro, but a lot of times it gets you so out of position that it's maybe not the corner, but the plays that result right after that are more successful for the offense.
Typically, you have more numbers defensively down there than you do offensively, even though it's a set play.
Ooh, boy, nice cross by Seitz. Gets cleared, and here comes the counterattack. Knocked out of bounds by Nurden. That's a really nice defensive play. Lets that recovery run from everyone get back and get in position. Sometimes the safest play in soccer, just a little soft touch out of bounds.
Allows you to set up, allows everybody to recover.
Boy, look at how the Cougars are continuing to get beyond the Ute defense. Oh, no, that's a bounce. Nice control. Jaden Bartlett gets it. And his height over Seitz in that case. Now Seitz has got a chance because he was kind of cherry picking. And he's got some skill, and he puts up a nice ball. Can't get it. That's McNamara.
Brady McNamara. Right there, didn't know for sure what he was doing. He had started to make the run, didn't ever get the pass, had to stop or he'd have been offside, and then finally Spencer sent him the ball.
Now, McNamara is one of those guys, and every team has one. You know, you see him, and he just happens to always be in the right spot at the right time.
Brady is a smart player. He really is.
He plays above the shoulders, doesn't he? Uses his head. You know, and we saw it in basketball. You know, he's going up against bigger, stronger, faster guys, and he wins all the time. He gets the rebound. He's in the right spot defensively. You know, he scores that easy goal that people just don't, you know, they just don't see the angle the way he does. Nice control by Iverson. Gets it stolen, but then steals it right back, and now here come the Cougars. And boy, look at this. It's just a slow recovery. Winterton all by himself in the middle. He's going to try to unload one, and do you see who got it? Nurden, the freshman, disrupts it, and now we go the other way. And I missed the substitution. Juan Espino came in on substitution. He's not a starter. So we've had substitutions on both sides of the ball. Oh, look at the touches on these passes. Nice. Cairo Nurden with just the right thing. But then a little confused at what he was doing there, just clearing it up to the keeper. I know one of Nurden's, Coach Nurden's big philosophies is control. Unnecessary turnovers like that.
It seems like Uintah right now is in that I got to get rid of the ball instead of I got to make a good pass. And I don't know if it's the pressure Union's putting on them, but it's definitely some pressure that they haven't had to deal with when they play Union before.
You've played in games like this before, Jared, where it seems like you're just playing 10 on 11. You know, you just always feel like there's an extra white jersey and there's an attack. But that's an interesting call. You know, is there no advantage, you know, rule? Here we had it, you know, the ball got up to Spencer Felkins, who was unchecked here past midfield, and then they blow the whistle. Sometimes as a coach and a player, I hate that call because I won even, you know, let me take the advantage up the field.
That's right. A little premature by the referee on that advantage that truly was.
Espino, oh gosh, good touch. Oh, it rolled out of bounds. No one coming up to help. You see 3 defenders on 2 offensive players.
You know, I think Union moved Jaden Bartlett back to the center D. He played right D, I believe, in the last game, and he is making an amazing difference right now for Union. Just no one can get by him.
Yeah, that center back it's so pivotal. If you've got a keeper that's telling people where to be and a center back that really controls and really has the mastery of that center, his part of the field, it is difficult to do what you like to do on offense, and so far the Utes have had struggles. Kind of an clear there. Espino with a nice touch. And did you see the save? It was number 3, Jesse Wheeler. That ball was going in.
It was in. It was going in.
And he's playing the post position on the corner kick. You see him in that front post position. And had he not been there, that ball is going in. A nice header by Espino, but a better play by Jesse Wheeler. That ball gets up in the air. Oh, Bunderson with a nice head, just can't get the right angle.
Was in the right place, as he usually is. He does that well and has the ups. I mean, he goes after soccer and goes and does the high jump for Uintah on the track team.
Another substitution, Jaden Liberton in. I believe he went in for Diego Reynolds. Diego's one of the captains for the Cougars. Oh, a mistouched ball there. Spencer Falcons turnover. Coming the other way real quickly, Jordan Cushing. One of my favorite moments in high school sports action was Jordan Cushing dunking. They had a called play with him on a running pattern around, and they threw an alley-oop that just he caught in the air and threw down so hard. It was, and the kid smiled for 3 days.
Connor came home and on VTV, this what we're doing today, he was able to show me that because I didn't make it to the game, and he reversed it and let me play it over and over and over again, and it was definitely awesome.
Yeah, I think my head almost exploded calling that play. I had a headache after that one play. I was screaming so loud. But yeah, the kid smiled. I don't even remember who won the game, but I remember Cushing throwing down a dunk. That's the first time in all my years calling sports out here. Nice forward play. Seitz is going to control and wait. Oh, boy, he couldn't get it through, but Espino was in the right spot. And now the Utes are attacking, and they've got control. Looking to switch fields, and a nice chip play, maybe a little too deep. It is.
Real close on an offside there as well. Referee allowed it, so that was a good opportunity for Uintah.
Now, on the offsides play, if you don't go get it, that should have been a foul, and there's nothing. Nope, they do call the foul. Didn't hear the whistle. Mountain America Credit Union helped bring this game to you guys today. Build it, buy it, or better it for your home, your life. Mountain America Credit Union. So here come the Utes. It seems like they've woken up a little here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Had some good control and movement up the field. They keep chasing the one ball. Usually when you have a field like this, there's a guy roaming the sidelines with a ball. And
I can see another ball over at the halfway line over there, but nobody's standing there to throw it into. Who needs it?
Little 1-2. McNamara gets it back. This looks like a good chance. Espino. Whoa, what a beautiful play. Oh! You know, and it's McNamara with a nice, was it McNamara that fed him that ball?
It's like Jaden Spencer was
Jaden Spencer, excuse me, that's right. Number 11, Jaden Spencer. He attacks to the baseline and then gets back to Espino. And Espino with just some beautiful footwork to get his defender off balance, and then he unloads a shot to the back of the net, and the Utes are the first on the boards here in the 14th minute.
Coach Nurden really likes dribbling baseline and then hitting that back, and they did that very well, and Juan was able to convert. You know, Juan yesterday in the game against Carbon, I think he had at least 3, maybe 4 goals. He was playing amazing.
And now the Utes start to win some of these balls. Oh, and a missed touch by Bettis puts it out of bounds. But Espino, he did that very well, and sometimes the most successful forwards are the guys that can make it look like they're breaking without actually doing anything. They just shift their hips enough and get the defender off balance, and it opens up that window for that touch into the back of the net. Ball out of bounds again. Jerry Bettis.
You can see everybody. I mean, there's a big portion right here that's just right here close. If Union can get that over on that far side, boy, look at the open area, and they've got 3 guys over there.
Well, you got Winterton, who can just control the ball and do things with it at any time. Nice control by Goodrich. Gets it out. Nice touch. Nurden puts it up. Another chance for the Utes. Oh, Seitz mishandles a bit, but Nurden with the ball. Oh, look at this, Jared. And a beautiful play by Seitz. Oh, and it gets it through. Can't get it to Bunderson. Still have the ball, the Utes. Oh, we have a charge there. I'm not sure what Daxton Iverson gets Seitz, and we've seen Seitz. He can hit this ball in the net from there. He can get it up and over and into the net. And he's going to ask for his 10 yards, and there's the walk-off by the referee. This is such a dangerous place. Last time we saw him hit, what did you say, the upper triangle? This time he tries to go low and go through the feet of the jumping defenders. Another substitution. Connor McCackney's going to come back in. Good rapid substitutions by Nurden. Keep the legs fresh of these Utes that have played 2 times in 2 days. Today's game brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, and retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group. Big kick across. He gets through. Spencer outside to McCackney. McCackney's such a physical player. He's not afraid of the contact. And with his height, sometimes you'd think he'd get out of balance after the contact, but he wins those battles.
Well, Union is just taking it away from Uintah right now. Bringing it back. I don't know if it's the passing of Uintah that's struggling right now or if just Union is working absolutely hard.
And we got another offsides of Espino. And it didn't matter. Espino and Bettis were both offsides. yeah. Or it's the offsides called by the Utes. Which one do you want? The passing? The passing seems like they're trying to aim where the person is instead of where they should be going. I've noticed that the Utes have had to stop for several balls to come back and get it. And it's just a little bit off. Instead of putting it out in that open space, Goodrich is able to turn that. Espino back to Bettis. Bettis has got some good footwork. McCackney was offsides, and he's just a classic soccer player with his hand in the cookie jar. He's looking for the flag because he knows it shouldn't have gone up. He almost ran to the other half of the field to avoid that call. So here you see on the replay, look at this by Espino. Gets and then takes that shot. Oh, wow. And the way he sets up that right foot and then just strikes it so solid. And did you see him take a little sneak peek at the back of the net to see where the keeper was? What beautiful heads-up soccer by Espino. And now the Utes are starting to challenge on some of these 50-50 balls, but lost this one. Ooh, a little out-of-the-air volley.
From a defender.
Jordan Cushing. Is he always playing the left side of on the defense? Seemed like he played a little bit of mid last game that we were here. At least he was in position to score a few times. Oh, and Espino can't control. The Cougars do, and switch the field. Nice play. Jesse Wheeler has all the time in the world to make a decision. Gets it up to Winterton. Whoa, look at the touch on that ball from Winterton. Outside edge, control. Little turnover there, miscommunication between Winterton and Jesse Wheeler. Wheeler clearly thought Winterton was going to make a different run than he did. But the Cougars again winning these 50-50 balls. Dangerous with Reinhardt with control in the middle. Goodrich comes charging across. And that's going to be the Cougars' ball.
50-50 challenge. You're not going to get those calls, especially in the box. The 18, I call it the war zone. A lot of things happen in that war zone right there, and you're not going to get a 50-50 call going some direction.
No. You see McNamara comes in for Nurden. And then I didn't see the two. There was a double substitution by the Cougars. I didn't see who came in there. Ball up in the air. Controlled by the Cougars. Look at the backs, unafraid to make the challenges out there. We have a foul, and that was a holding. Looked like Spencer grabbed Jesse Wheeler as he made his break. And again, the backs are not afraid to challenge and bring the ball up. And good rotations. You see somebody always dropping back into the spot that was vacated. Oh, look at that ball. Goodrich can't clear it.
Now, a high kick in that box you would call.
Yeah, that's it's a dangerous play. Doesn't matter where it is. And you're right. Was that Bettis with the high kick?
That was Bettis. It sure seemed like it was.
Dangerous. And we've seen the Utes a few times this year in games that haven't been telecast give up penalty kicks in the box. Poor decisions on the defensive side. Challenging where they shouldn't. Nice touch by McCackney. Back to Espino. He's got one to beat. Tries to feed it back to McCackney. Stolen by number 9, Daxton Iverson. And then he clears it and keeps it from going to a corner. So it's a throw-in for the Utes. Wow, that's a nice play by Iverson. Great. He's able to get to the ball before it goes out of bounds. Bettis, we've seen he's got the footwork to beat one player. McCackney's challenged by Winterton but retains control. Ball gets deep. McCackney with the left foot keeps it alive. He's trying to line up, but then cleared before he can take his shot. Nurden with a chance. Controls it, pushes it out. Bettis trying to decide what to do. Knocked out of bounds. Daxton Iverson again. Seems like he's always there.
Iverson, that's what it was last time.
Bettis looking. There goes the run by Bunderson. Knocked out of bounds by Spencer Felkins. Corner opportunity. Today's game brought to us by Strata Networks. Strata has the best 4G LTE connectivity in the basin. I want to thank Strata and all our sponsors for helping us be here today. Beautiful sunny afternoon in Roosevelt. And there's that win again. Just coming to the ball and challenging. Oh, it's the right idea. A little shallow. He had all that open space into the box. If McCackney could have put it deeper. Challenge from behind. That is pretty good call. Iverson got a little aggressive from behind on Espino.
It was a little aggressive, but you know what? That's what's got Union going right now, is having them in your back pocket. You can't turn and try and shoot the ball because they are in your back pocket, and that's good play by Union to be in Uintah's back pocket right now.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, boy. Dangerous ball, and it hit right off that dirt section in the keeper's box, and you never know what could happen to a ball that's spinning like that. That thing could take a 90-degree turn in the air coming off that dirt weird. That's one of the fun things. Oh, boy, look at the counterattack. And then a penalty. Going to give the Cougars a nice opportunity here. But, you play on that natural surface is so much different than playing on turf. Turf, the ball bounces the same way every time. Natural?
Watch out.
Yeah. Good play by Benyon to corral that. No, excuse me, that's not Benyon. The keeper for Ewan is Tyler Hansen. Winterton loses that ball. Bunderson pushes it up. Coming quickly, Spencer pushes it up to Espino. They got a 2-on-1 here. McCackney's got to put pressure on the outside of the D. Espino gets inside. Has somebody coming across. One time. Oh, McNamara can't get it hard enough. Bettis wins. Cleared. Caden Law. Boy, and the Cougars breathe a sigh of relief there.
It is always so hard to chase that ball and touch it than to not have to chase that ball. And so Union did a good job of running him down and not having to worry about that ball and where it was going, and just stayed in front. Yeah, stay in front and make him make a decision. McNamara has a chance, hits it, but just comes off his foot wrong. And then cleared. Here comes a cross, deep cross. Spencer can't get his head on it. Touches it out. Sights. Still fighting.
Yeah.
Lots of bodies flying.
Oh, and here comes the counterattack for the Cougars. This could be interesting. Gets past one. Pushes it up. Oh, nice play. to slow it down. Sometimes that's all you've got to do is just stop the ball progress. And we saw that happen. Salem Akulu, it was Ben Kitzmiller that came up and stopped that. But the Cougars quickly again, Winterton with the ball in the center of the field. And here comes the sweeper. Cleaning up the mess what everyone else has created. And then he attacks. Trying to see what they've got. Seitz loses the ball. Boy, it's just on both sides of the ball. They've had one touch turnover. And now Goodrich off to the side, has one to beat, gets it up over his head. Good support help number 2, Diego Reynolds, in his corner kick.
You know, I'm noticing as that happened right there, there's a big hole. There's the forwards and the defenders here. We've got forwards and defenders here, and there's a big hole. I'll try and point that out if I see it again, but that's why I think that it feels like it's kind of going back and forth, is because no one is really controlling that center midfield position for either team right now. That would be a big point I would go into the second half talking about, is controlling the center of the field.
Counterattack comes from the Cougars. Hit the ball a little long. The defense for the Utes. Kitzmiller hits it too long, and now the Cougars have it. Can he keep it in bounds? He does. And if he can switch the field, it could be trouble for the Utes. Oh, and it's good defense by Kitzmiller. Boy, I'll tell you right now, if Billy Stewart would have had a half second longer and could have switched that field, we had on this side Spencer Felkins unchecked on the far side.
You know, Spencer is playing defense, and he is up on the front running as an offensive player right now. I don't know what position he's playing, but he is giving everything he's got.
Making those runs, helping
on the weak side.
Well, it's always easy to run on the offensive side.
Yeah.
It's the guy that recovers on defense and helps back. You know, there's no reward in that. You know, and so many times you run and it clears and you know, oh man, I was just there. But big strong clear by Goodrich. McCackney can't win. Ooh, this is trouble for the Utes. Cougars have a shot, unload right at the keeper, Benyon. Boy, I liked what I saw there. We have Tyson Iverson. We've called his number so many times.
And Caden Law all the way to the goalie. I mean, he was not stopping. He waited so that if the goalie happened to bobble it, he was right there to put it in. I
think that's the halftime call. No extra time. Well, the first half brought to us by our sponsors L&L Motor, Octane, Mountain America Credit Union, the Advisor Group, and Strata Networks. And there, I called it wrong, is about the 26th minute. The only score of the game. Just a beautiful ball control and balance by Espino. He lines up, sights it where he wants to hit it, strikes at the back of the net. But I'll be honest with you, other than the score, it seemed like the Cougars controlled the ball more in the first half.
Absolutely. 50-50 balls, I would say, is Union. I would say good runs, more runs, like all-out, speed runs down the field. They've had some great opportunities.
Yeah, you talk about the runs. I mean, we were just talking about what Spencer Felkin's doing here, and he's the closest to us on the right side of the field for the Cougars, and he's running back and forth and getting to those spots. And this is a much closer matched game than the first one that we watched, and the much improved Cougars at this point, giving the Utes a challenge. Even though the Utes have the score at 1-0, we're going to take a small break, hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back before the start of the second half.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Octane FC, your club for Uintah Basin soccer. We offer competitive play, qualified coaching, teams that travel, tournament games, and above all, our players increase their confidence. Octane FC, future Utes, future Cougars. Visit octanefc.com.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
My house will be really cool. It'll have a lot of rooms, like 100, or maybe 10. It will have a giant water park slide coming out of it, or a roller coaster, and a zoo in the backyard, and a rocket on the roof.
No matter what you're looking for in a home, Mountain America has the mortgage loan to fit. First-time home buyers may even qualify for 100% financing with approved credit.
Uintah Basin High School Soccer live coverage is presented by Octane FC, Future Utes, Future Cougars, L&L Motor, people you know, people who care. Also made possible by Mountain America Credit Union and the Advisor Group. Uintah Utes, Union Cougars.
Welcome back, everybody, for the second half of the Uintah Utes visiting the Union Cougars here on a beautiful sunny day in Roosevelt City. Mark Mason with Jared McCackney. We talked about the first half and ball control and some of those runs and some of the things the Cougars did really well. You know, one of the dangerous things the Cougars have to be aware of is that the Utes can score in bunches. Yesterday they led 1-0 against a Carbon team and they ended up winning the game 8-0. Can't be content with the first half, and then of course they are playing from behind right now, so they've got to win that ball, or you know they definitely have to win this second half. Neither team wants to come away with a draw or a loss. And Bettis with a charge there on the shoulder, quick turnover and coming back Cougars' way.
Looks like already it's going to be a physical second half, and should be.
Yeah, and we talked about the first half. The Cougars were content to give up some of those penalties, just making sure the Utes knew they were going to come after every ball. And I think that played to their advantage for most of that second half, besides the one brilliant play by Espino, a half played to a draw. And so Cougars need to do those things. They need to attack, and they need to bring the numbers when they're attacking. When you're down by one, you've got to just go. You've got to bring them and bring the numbers and the support up to that midfield. Talking about what you were saying, the middle of that field sometimes, you know, nobody's controlling it. If somebody can bring that support up and control that middle field. So we have an offside. Look like Bettis was offsides, Jared.
It does, and I'm just noticing we've got a sole forward up here for Union. Did they change up their formation to like a 4-5-1, or what's going on there?
And they may have. Maybe they're looking to do just that. You see the four midfielders right now. Of course, I say four midfielders, and you have Caden Law, who's probably the stopper, coming up a little bit high on that goal kick there. So, yeah, it is an interesting switch. So you only have the one Tyson Iverson up in the front. Of course, Goodrich is checking him, and we know what Goodrich can do back there.
So it looks like Uintah's D is moving up into that hole that I had talked about before, and trying to fill that a little bit more so that they are the first to receive the ball when it does just that.
There's a long ball. It's going to get past Goodrich. He'll probably play it. No, he's going to kick it backwards. I thought he might play it backwards to Benyon, but doesn't. Ball takes a long bounce. Out of bounds. We're going to go Cougars ball. Quickly back up. Winterton calling for the ball. Gets a nice bounce. Iverson back into the middle. And that's Nurden controls it out to Bettis. Oh, nice touch up to Seitz. Seitz wins. He's got help, but Nice play by Jesse Wheeler. Bumps him off the ball and then controls it. And the Cougars coming back on the counterattack. Oh, stolen by Bettis, and then he wins the one-on-one battle. Puts it up. Seitz has got the ball. Oh, touches it, tries to get out Bunderson, but it goes just long.
You know, I'm just noticing Jesse Wheeler, number 3, is the left defender for Union. He is their high scorer.
Yeah, you see that Wheeler has 6 goals on the season, you know, averaging a half goal per game.
And they've switched him back to defense for some reason. I'm not sure.
And you can't teach. Oh, wow, what a touch. McCackney, wow, the keeper, nice touch. Doesn't get off. Oh, he missed it by maybe a half a foot. Oh, and McCackney, and you're talking about the natural scorer. I know you have some blood ties to that son of yours out there, but he scored 6 goals on the season, and that doesn't even talk about the 10 or so assists that he's had. And here he had a chance on a 7th. He puts a touch over the keeper's head. Tyler Hansen can't do anything about it. He just missed it about a half a foot wide. Yeah, some kids just have that. They just know how to score. They just know what to do with the ball when they get there. Whoa. Did you see the full extension push and a no call down there?
Yeah, the referee, both the sideline can help on that, and he needs to, because you can't get away with that.
McNamara has control of the ball and gets pushed out of bounds. Full arm extension, no call, turnover. Now it's a goal kick going back the other way. Jaden Bartlett with the kick. Boy, and the Utes had the first chance of the game. Or the second half, excuse me. That ball gets past just about everyone on the Cougar side. Up in the air, controlled by Nurden. Turnover, coming back. Oh, look at that, nice steal by Bunderson. He's got McNamara running the outside. They get it to him. He's got a nice touch. Oh, just misplays it. Winterton with a beautiful steal. He's all by himself. There's nobody. Nurden might catch him and might not. Winterton still with the ball. And he gets tripped, but gets up. And then Nurden coming back. Cairo Nurden there, checked earlier by Caden Nurden. Winterton needed to get rid of that ball sooner. That's a case where he just tried to do too much. He had people running the outside edges. He could have tried to put a through ball up in the middle.
Although that was a no call on that one as well, and I don't know if I agreed with that either. He was, even though Goodrich came up and tried to stop that ball, he didn't stop it. It kept going through, but he was tripped. So.
Yeah, and Ty Winterton can score. He has 3 goals on the season, and you're right. The trip in that case, because they played and there was no contact on the ball when he went down, most likely, or it was a legitimate foul. Should have been called. Wasn't. We got a corner opportunity, and the set play from the Utes or the Cougars going to run in from the outside corner. That ball goes up and over everybody. Winterton with a nice touch. Oh.
Jordan Cushing with a great save on the corner post. You have guys on the post for a reason, and that was one right there. Yeah,
keeper can't cover the whole box. The Utes, or the Cougars, still winning the 50-50 ball. And that's a foul?
Interesting.
Huh. His arms did extend. Winterton comes in and challenges Caden Nurden. Foul. Goes to the Utes. Goodrich lines up right about midfield. Well, today's game brought to us by L&L Motor. Let us serve your vehicle in 30 minutes or less. Check us out at the L&L Corner in Roosevelt. L&L Motor. Nice catch by Benyon. No, excuse me. I keep calling Benyon. It's Tyler Hansen that's the keeper for the Cougars. Now we're playing long ball. That ball is just going back and forth. And neither team, it's just not a strength of either team. They don't have a guy that can really run those long sprints like that.
Well, everything I said in the first half about no one being in the middle, that's where everyone's at now.
Yeah, both coaches saw what you were seeing. Bunderson on the outside. He's got Seitz. Nice touch. Turns. Oh, well defended. Well defended. I think that was number 10, Jaden Bartlett, comes in on the defense, knocked that ball out just as Bunderson turned to shoot. And Bunderson, as we know, he can score. And you're looking at his numbers for the year. He has 5 goals of his own. And that speed, that quickness, we saw it on the basketball court with him playing for the Utes in the basketball season. At any time when he turns on those jets, it's hard to keep up with him, but well played by the Cougars defense.
Looks like a few more substitutions for
Uintah. Oh, Salem Akulu with just a beautiful play, because if that ball gets through, the Cougars had Diego Reynolds unchecked on the outside. Ooh, getting a little chippy.
Yeah, Durden giving a little bit back after he got hit.
Bunderson gets that ball up, can't get through. Espino's up there, but well played by Daxton Iverson. Now the ball gets through. Who's got the faster wheels? Espino might win. Nope. Looks like Jaden Bartlett gets there and just the nice play taps it out of bounds so the Union defense can reset.
I don't know if you've stood next to Jaden Bartlett, but that kid is a horse. And if Espino knew that, he was going to let Jaden get to it first before.
Well, I saw
it wasn't going to be a 50-50 ball.
It was one of those rein them in. He saw 10 coming across the field in that sweeper position. Oh, yeah, you can win that ball. Ooh, ball mistimed by the keeper, but then cleared by the defense. Outside Bunderson, Cushing. Oh. Probably the only time Cushing and Bunderson have ever been confused for one another. Oh, well, did you see that nice dip by...
Great move.
Then even better defense. Spencer pushes it up to Sight. Sight has one to beat. Slid, missed, and now that's trouble. Once you give up yourself on that field of play, you better win on the slide. Win or take the offensive player out in the process.
Lots of hand movement there. I don't know if you noticed that, but there was, everybody had their hands out trying to stay in front.
Keep that space, get that step. Seemed like they used to teach the old jersey pull. If you're running, you just grab the jersey and keep your hand down. I don't know if they still do that.
Jersey pull is one, and the other one is grabbing their hip.
Today's game brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group. Nice punch by the keeper. Benyon coming up. Sometimes you can't win, you can't control the ball, just get it out.
Dangerous, though. Cushing went up to try and head it right with Benyon, and Jackson needs to make sure he's calling him off and having Jordan duck out if he's going to call that.
Well, as an offensive player, I've been sideswiped by many a keeper's punches, yes. And you come down and you land and your legs feel like jello. Right underneath us, Salem Akulu coming in off the bench. And we see checking in for the Utes for the first time, Junior Flores.
Another freshman.
Getting some time. It's a pretty decent sized crowd here. We talk about the rise of soccer. I was talking to one of the administration. I won't name him for right now. One of the Uintah Ute administration talking about football, and he said he wouldn't be surprised if in the next 10 years, because of insurance reasons and the risk of concussion, that sport no longer exists on the high school level. Boy. And it right next to that scare, and hearing a guy that really has some inside knowledge, perhaps, the rise of soccer is on the heels of that. we've talked about how popular soccer is right now with the American youth and how fast-paced. And, as you see the USA team having success on the World Cup level and the rise of MLS, popularity of soccer has probably never been higher in the United States as it is right now.
You think about it, everything is going healthy, and getting kids to exercise because of obesity and different things like that. And what sport plays this many players at a time, that just fuels the acceleration as well. I mean, it's something that you can be a part of. You're a team.
Yeah. Look at Flores here in the middle. Flores plays a through ball. He doesn't quite hit it hard enough. Espino wins. Look at the footwork by Espino. Ball seems like it's on his shoes. Wow. He's really a talented player, but checked, and in that case, Iverson seemed to win that match even though he gave up the corner. And that run.
Great leading pass by freshman Junior Flores. Right
yeah,
there.
he received
soft,
that.
But he knew that was where the through ball needed to go, and that's exciting.
Well, so many times you see it just the other way. They hit it long, and the keeper makes an easy save. I like that, and then you get Espino, who's got such great footwork, wins that ball. Ooh! Oh, we got trouble! No, and cleared by number 10, Jaden Bartlett.
Well, missed opportunity for Uintah right there. Everybody had turned and was heading down the field. Thought the goalie had grabbed it, and
Hansen missed on the grab. The ball's live, and a heads-up play by Bartlett to clear, and not a soft clear either. He just got it out. Yeah. Well, you went, and that's one of the things about soccer, and you get a lot of the same things with hockey, soccer. You see that where it's a constant action sport. I hear a lot of complaints about the low-scoring nature of these games. Well, not really. In a football game, you have a 28-21. Oh, that was a good scoring game. Well, it was only 4-3. If you break it down like that, and that's what a typical soccer game. You get 4 goals.
I've never thought of it that way, Mark. That's a great analogy.
And then the chances of just so many exciting plays. And you enjoy the beauty of soccer as the play, just like this. Got a ball rolling around the front of the net. And even though it doesn't convert into a goal, everybody is acutely aware that was inches away from going into the goal. Today's game brought to us by Octane, offering competitive soccer, qualified coaching, traveling teams, and tournament play. And Jared, I know that you were key in getting to the Octane up and running here in the basin. And one of the things what I like about Octane is it's not Vernal, it's not Roosevelt, it's a basin effort. You've got kids that have played Octane on both sides of the field right now.
Yes, and we are getting more and more of the Roosevelt youth to come over and be a part of that experience with Octane. I can give you a couple of the names out here right now that are playing right now that have been playing Octane, and it helped. I mean, it's a huge benefit.
Yeah, it is benefit, and for me, what I like about Octane, and I've got kids that participate in Octane, and anyone that's listening out there, they really need to get their kids involved because there's multiple layers of what Octane's doing. We have the 3-on-3, the 3v3 league, which is a really neat league for these kids because so mane times, especially on the younger level, there'll be a kid that'll play a full game and maybe have 4 or 5 touches in a game, But in 3v3, he's got to touch the ball dozens of times. He's got to shoot. He's got to defend, do all of those things. Then you've got the summer camps, the instructional camps. You've got the traveling teams that'll go out to Salt Lake and they play a specific level. You play on your competitive level. And I've known a lot of these teams to move up. Oh, and we've got a chance here. Seitz tried to cross it, but I'll tell you what, Bartlett's having a heck of a game defensively. He got a heel on that even though he was running away from where the ball went, and that caused the turnover. We're going to have a easy call. McNamara with the double fist shove. Well, anyway, so if the parents out there listening, get your kids involved with the Octane. It's a neat thing. Great for our community.
We had a coaching clinic. You have to be certified to be a coach for Utah Youth Soccer, and so our coaches are certified. And we had a training out here, and the trainer said that there is a very famous coach that said you shouldn't play anything but 3v3 until U14. You believe that?
Yeah. No, I believe it. You know, they say the same things about basketball, soccer. You're saying the same things. You see the flourishing offenses in football, how they do it as a 7v7 league. You know, at smaller sides, more touches on the ball. Get your skills up. And you're right. We ought to see more of that. And it was extremely competitive and extremely fun to be part of that 3v3 league. Yeah, so this Octane group, and you see the skill level of these soccer players rising every year. McNamara waiting patiently, gets through 2 defenders, cross! Oh, and he hits it just a little long. Spencer was right there. Wow.
Jaden playing his position there well, because you never know when that long one's going to come. And if you're there, boy, that's a thank you goal.
Yep, it is. Did you see the hesitation move by Spencer? Has 2 defenders, and again, or not Spencer, or McNamara, you see him just kind of hesitate, and then all of a sudden he turns on the gas, gets through both of them, and just a gorgeous cross. Look at, he got the ball up to Espino there. Spencer comes up. Ooh, did you see the touch by Spencer? And he gets a little long. Nice run by Tyler Hansen. Dangerous. You see Jaden Bartlett in the center of the field taking on Spencer, and Spencer puts the long leg out and just touches it behind him. Heads up play by the keeper. Boy, he's got a leg. Here comes Flores, and Flores has some speed. Nice chip ball there. Woo!
Can he save it?
No, it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Boy, it's just the right play by Jaden Bartlett. Instead of going for the ball, he puts a little chip on Spencer. Slows him down just enough that he can't get to the ball.
A little off balance goes a long ways.
Winterton, a little miscommunication by the Cougars. You had Winterton and Reynolds both challenging, and they kind of looked at each other, and then the ball squirted through. I don't know, there's something going on here. Oh, now we have the chance for the Cougars.
Yeah, they got numbers right now. There's 5 of them and only 4. Well, now 5 on 5. Get a call?
That's a call for the Cougars. And they set that ball well away from where the action happened. I thought he was going to try to chip something early, but yeah, that ball needs to come in about 15 yards. And it does.
Ooh, right outside the penalty area, the 18. That was close to a penalty kick.
Well, this game's brought to us by Mountain America Credit Union. Build it, buy it, or better it for your home, your life. Mountain America Credit Union. So here comes a shot. Little chip. Cleared by Bunderson. Cougars control the ball. They're content to play back and reload.
Great.
Oh, Espino, now he's by himself. It's speed versus speed. Good recovery by Daxton Iverson.
Heads up play by the goalie, though. Don't let that go out of bounds.
No, yeah, don't give up a corner kick. You know, while everyone's up on the other side of the field, keep it there. This ball gets through. Oh, nice play. Kyle Reinhardt. Benyon comes up.
Ben Kitzmiller with a great play on a defense right there. He knew the Union player had to go around him. And so he just kept his body between him and the ball as if he could play it and wouldn't allow him to have it.
We got Iverson's down. He's slow to get up. Winterton's up there stretching him. Is this cramps? It wouldn't be cramps.
I would say cramps if he's pulling that. And I mean, he's not gonna.
Hamstring, is that what we're looking at here?
Or calf.
Calf or hamstring? Yeah, they're working on his calf. Maybe his shins even. The way they're rubbing the front of his leg. They can't go without Iverson out there. Here comes the coach. Well, we're going to take a short break and hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Octane FC, your club for Uintah Basin soccer. We offer competitive play, qualified coaching, teams that travel, tournament games, and above all, our players increase their confidence. Octane FC, future Utes, future Cougars. Visit octanefc.com.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
My house will be really cool. It'll have a lot of rooms, like 100 or maybe 10. It will have a giant water park slide coming out of it, or a roller coaster, and a zoo in the backyard, and a rocket on the roof.
No matter what you're looking for in a home, Mountain America has the mortgage loan to fit. First-time home buyers may even qualify for 100% financing with approved credit.
And we're back in. The injury was Iverson. Tyson Iverson, number 12. Carried off the field. They continue to stretch him on the sideline. Must be just cramps.
Got to get that cramp out and get him back in here, Mark.
Yeah, they really do need him in the field. He controls so much of what they do. His size, presence, touches on the ball. And, you know, when you cramp, that's just the sign of a guy that went 110%. He didn't ever take it off the gas. Winterton, nice touch. This ball gets through. McCackney's going to challenge here. Almost wins, does win. Kind of a quiet, oh, look at the through ball by Seitz. I was going to say a quiet game, and then he hits a beautiful touch. Oh, I don't know, Spencer, all by himself amongst two Union Cougars, trying to get enough on that ball, and you could have counted the revolutions as it rolled towards the keeper. Just couldn't get enough on it to do anything with it.
He had a tall order to go through all those guys.
But it was just a beautiful touch by Spites. Whoa, you got to be careful there. A big challenge on Butterson. Oh, and I think I would have just a one-time right there. Of course, you can't see what's in front of him from this angle. Maybe he's seeing that there's just nothing to shoot at it other than a bunch of legs. Out to McCackney wide. Boy, it's getting chippy. And you know Connors never want to back down from a fight. We saw a yellow card last game, and talking to Connor McCackney after the game, his comment was, well, he hit me. I knew it was coming, so I just undercut him and kind of body flipped him. You know, well, yeah, probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. Cut you a yellow card, but...
Union doing a great job just going for the ball right there. I didn't see any Uintah players there to even
not even really jockeying for position, just kind of passively letting it go through. Bettis controls it on the sideline. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty right there. Boy, and we've seen Daxton Iverson. He's getting, it might be tired, it might be just the end of the game kind of thing, but he's getting really physical. And we've had a couple of close calls down inside the box. That's something the coach might want to watch for. He's definitely not afraid to get physical.
Now, if I was Spencer, I would pass it to Jordan Cushing right now. No one is on him. Quickly
just let him
and look at him. I mean, outside the 18, just right there.
Oh,
a
boy.
prep touch, and away we go. Instead of a Hail Mary into the box.
And it might happen. Nope, he looks to chip it. And Seitz hasn't got a good touch on a lot of these easy kicks all day. Have you noticed all the corners are coming in low? hasn't had a real good touch on the ball. I was going to say he had a quiet game, and then like I say, as soon as I said that, he hits a beautiful ball up to Spencer. Don't ever count him out. Bunderson unloads. Well played by the keeper. Seitz was in position, and the keeper comes in and just controlled the box like a keeper's supposed to. Counterattack by the Cougars, loses his footing.
Oh, did you see Cushing right there? Stopped the first guy, backwards, stops the next guy.
It's one of those I'd rather be lucky than good situations. I don't think he knew where the ball was, but backpedaling, stole the ball with his heel, and then met the ground with his keister. Oh, today's game brought to us by Strata Networks. Twice the coverage, 10 times the speed. Check out Strata Networks, their new retail location up in the Lowe's shopping complex. I say it all the time. It's so nice to live in a community where the companies step up and help, where we can do things like this. People will stop me randomly just about anywhere I go, and they just love the sports coverage. Want to thank all the sponsors for making that possible. Couldn't do it without them.
And the quality. I haven't been watching as much as I should have with this VTV, and so I've joined in and started watching it, and man, it's way better than my little camera that we used to film the games on 4 or 5 years ago. Wow.
Just moving the ball up the field, throwing it out. One of these is going to get in the middle, and this is where the defense isn't set. Seitz gets the ball with a nice touch. Goes back to Bettis. Ooh. Cackney. Dangerous when you get that ball right there and you form that triangle and catch that ball in the corner. Wasn't able to control it. Out of bounds, we have a corner. Another opportunity for the Utes. 1-0, 11 minutes left. Now, of course, with the injury and various other things, most likely we'll have some bonus time. But the Cougars are running out of time to put pressure on this. They need to get the equalizer soon. Of course, the Utes would like to be on the other side of that and get that kind of insurance goal, the extra, the one that makes sure you win. Seitz lining up, wind right in his face. That's what I've talked about all day. That ball, it bounced before it even got to the goal box.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I know yesterday he only played half the game because he was sick, so throwing up all day. So I'm not sure if he's just weaker or what. See that nice back pass to Bunderson. Bunderson puts it up. Bettis meant for Bettis, turned over. But look at the Union. They got 10 back and 1 forward. They're playing like the team with the lead. Yeah, we've
packing it in.
And see, I mentioned that we've only got one guy, and now we've got Wheeler up there. That's their scorer, but he's the only one.
Yeah. I understand you don't want to give up an extra goal here, but you've got to put pressure, bring that up, because this is what happens. You do get it up, and since the Utes have 4 defenders back, they control every ball before it gets to the midfield.
Yep, just like Ben did right there. I mean, came forward, was able to chest it, control it.
Yeah, like I say, that's a strategy you might see. Cackney pushes that ball back out. So do you coach when you have a lead, you know you're winding down, 9 minutes left on the game clock? Sometimes that punt the ball out of bounds strategy, try to burn clock, does that come into play at all, or do you just try to play as normal?
You know, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's a part of the game I don't know if I like as much, but you are smart when you've got the lead to bend down and tie your shoe in front of the referee, because he'll stop the play so that you can take care of your equipment. The ball goes out of bounds. How long you take to pass the ball in.
Winterton gets 3, can't get 4. Ben Kitzmiller comes in. Did you see that play by Winterton? Little double flip with his foot, put it behind himself and ran it up the sideline. Yeah, why not? Why not take advantage? It's kind of the old hack-a-shack thing in basketball, you know? Take advantage of what rules are in play. I still like McCackney looking back, and there's the offside call. It came in very, very late. And here's that chippiness. We're going to have the sideline judge come in and talk to both McCackney and to Daxton Iverson. It's getting pretty chippy. Iverson's been instigator in a lot of that. And in that case, McCackney was the one that kind of got singled out in that situation. You saw McCackney, he's running up on the ball. Is the flag up? Should I go for it?
Yeah. And because he wasn't part of the play yet, the ref's not going to throw his flag up. He's got to wait until he's part of the play to know if it's offside. You can be in an offside position but not call offsides because you're not part of the play.
Oh, beautiful ball by Bunderson back to Bettis. Bettis brings it back to the middle. Now to Bunderson. Oh, and just good play. 19. Derek Powell in the game. Derek Powell getting some minutes. He's also a freshman. Look at that run by Bunderson. Now he's got one to beat. Out Seitz. Seitz plays it to the baseline. Still in. Gets it through. Bunderson with the cross over the keeper's head. Oh! Wow, I liked what I saw from Spencer there. Jaden Spencer got the ball controlled and then tried to one-touch it with his left foot. Couldn't get enough mustard on it, but a beautiful idea. Winterton doing what he does in the middle. That's an art, always knowing where the ball is, and even when you have that, you both meet the ball in the middle. Offsides again.
No, handball.
Handball, excuse me, okay.
Jury came forward and tried to chest it. Oh, quick.
I like that. If they can cross the field now, they've got numbers.
They do have numbers.
They got numbers. Oh, loses it. Boy, and he's looking for something inside the box. Goodrich with an aggressive tackle. That's kind of scary, isn't it?
I guess the ref has to say he got the ball. Ooh, this is scary.
Goodrich, can he turn it? He does. And here come the Utes starting to win some of these balls in the middle of the field. Just playing the back and forth game. And like I say, Jared, the Utes starting to win some of these. Boy, look at the touch on that. Now it's a 3-on-1. Puts it in the middle. Bunderson with a touch. Oh, misplays it a little. If he plays it back to Kitzmiller, he's open. Or Spencer, excuse me. Doesn't play it backwards. Woo! Which way is it going? And there's a little bit of taut going on. You see the old shoulder strut as both players come at each other. Bunderson is beside himself. Can't believe he lost that. And he's got to calm himself down.
Jaden Bartlett had his arm and actually pulled him over.
And that's what he's trying to describe to the referee. I don't know if the cameras were on him when he was. He should be a thespian because he reenacted that play pretty well.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh, dear. Another foul. All the calls going against the Utes right now. They've got to collect themselves. They are the team with the lead, but the way they're reacting to these calls, and you see here comes Nurden even having a little bit something to say.
Keep your composure.
Well, one of these balls is going to get through that one. Oh, it's trouble. Oh, what a beautiful play by Benyon. Oh, I didn't see which one of the Utes had that touch. I think it was number 3, Jesse Wheeler, was it?
He was.
And Benyon out of position, and Wheeler thinks he's got one, knows the keeper's out of the box and takes a shot. And Benyon with a diving save. Up almost at the top of the 18, Jared.
You know, wow. That's all I can say is wow on that one. Great effort by Jackson Benyon.
This game brought to us by an L&L Motor. Let us service your vehicle in 30 minutes or less. The best parts, no appointments needed. Kids areas available, free Wi-Fi and iPad usage while you wait. Check them out at the L&L corner in Roosevelt, L&L Motor. My aspiration one day is, to own a business and have somebody say the Mark Mason corner. But if you say that, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the on L corner. I know right where that is.
Yep.
I wonder if Strata Networks has a little corner envy. Because they're on that corner too.
East side.
Yeah. Espino up. He's got that ball. Plays it to the middle. Turned over. Utes win it. Now an offsides call. Nope. Flag comes down. Jared, when you see the flag go up and then come down, what is that?
Well, what happened was
So we're going to see here on the replay. I believe this is the replay of the play. Benyon almost misses it over his head. Just a one touch with his left foot. The scorer, Jesse Wheeler, and captain for the Cougars. Wow, Benyon, of course he created his own problem by overrunning the ball. That one almost scored going over his head. Got a finger on it. And Wheeler almost had a gift. But then Benyon with a spectacular play. Spencer, well, he saw the slide coming and just couldn't get enough on that to cross it. Goes out of bounds.
that offsides call that you asked about, the flag going up and then coming down. Espino was somebody, I'm not sure who it was offside in the offside position, but he never got the pass. The other player dribbled it past him. So he wasn't part of that play, and so that's why the flag came down.
The Utes on the attack. Spencer's up. Goodrich looking. They're going to control the middle of the field. Bunderson's there. Nobody's looking at him. Oh, that was offsides, but you saw Kitzmiller just run away from it. Cross! Ooh, did you see the heel pass? Bunderson here in the box. Crosses it. Nobody on the far post.
No, good job by Union right there. I mean, they pressured him up and made him have to really control that ball and try and get it around him.
Espino doing what Espino does. He's just talented with the ball, and you see the same thing when you got your mid Spencer Seitz. He plays that ball on the outside of his foot as evenly as he does on the inside, goes back and forth left and right feet, and he gets his body between the defender, uses the opposite foot. You know, it's so hard to defend, you have to go through him, and then that's when the fouls come in.
You know, you've got your two seniors, Espino and Spencer Seitz are the two seniors on the team this year, and they're both playing forward right now, hoping to get another goal.
Yep. Miscontrolled here. Going to play it outside. Defended well. Number 18, Kyle Reinhardt coming across. Well, we're just about out of time. With 0 seconds on the clock, I need some advice. We're going to go to the advisor group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the advisor group. All of the sponsors want to thank them, especially the advisor group coming in. And we have the clock at 0, so now we're officially into the injury time. One of my favorite parts about soccer, you don't know how much time you have left.
Every stoppage, if they wanted to, every stoppage could be added to the very end of the game. Typically it's not. It's the injuries, it's the cards, the things like that give you the extra time.
Ball's through, and it's a nice touch. Now it's Winterton, mano a mano. He's got a look. He crosses it. One time. Oh, right to Benyon. Wow.
They had the momentum there, Mark. I don't know if you counted, but there was 6 of those Union players against 4 of the Uintah players.
But on a quick counter-strike here, Jared. Woo. Dangerous for the Cougars. Could have made it 2-0 there. McCackney comes out. He's got the ball, looks and lines up. Woo. About 15 yards off the 18, and he just unloads. Now is that his shot? He's got the leg for it?
He has the leg for it. He didn't have a very good wind-up, though. I know he can kick it harder, so I don't know if he was off balance when he finally
just getting through everybody.
Jury Bettis.
I kind of watching him go, and I figured, well, sooner or later somebody's going to bump it off his spot, and he just got through. Corner kick. McCackney's going to kick it. No, Seitz is coming over. He hasn't had a lot of good touches from the corner. And I'd like to see, we talked about it earlier, bring Bunderson up, have somebody just come up and hit from that, the top corner of the 18, the penalty box, and just
Cushing
unload.
Needs to come and make that run right there. I mean, look how open that is right there.
He finally got a good touch on it. Got up to McNamara, couldn't get his head on it. So here we are in the bonus time, injury time as they call it.
Ref just looked at his clock and didn't seem to phase him at all, so there must be plenty of time.
He's got the whistle in his mouth. I believe that's going to be it. And that's the game, Jared. 1-0. The only play coming from Espino in about the 26th minute of the game. Many chances on both sides of the ball.
It really was. It was, especially here at the very end. I mean, that was fun, having it make a run down to the against Uintah, and then all of a sudden we're right back in a quick.
Yeah, we'll recap in a second. I do want to take a second to again thank the sponsors that helped us. We had multiple companies step up and say we want to see soccer televised here in the Uintah Basin. L&L Motor, special thanks to them. They are here for all of our sports. Octane Club Soccer here in the Uintah Basin, Mountain America Credit Union, the Advisor Group, and Strata Networks. Again, a special thanks to them. In a 1-0 game, boy, it felt a lot. With all the chances. I mean, we had two near equalizers. Benyon, near mistake, but then the inspired dive and saving play. Then we had the one time that just went right at Benyon. If that ball is 2 yards to either side of that, it's a tie game. Yeah. We go away. The Cougars clearly dominated the first half of the game, even though they went to the halftime down 1-0. What did you think about the second half?
It was a whole different game the second half, I felt like. Even though Union didn't have that pressure like they did in the first half of attacking and trying to score. We'd mentioned the one offensive player up there and everybody else was back. It seemed to work to prevent Uintah from scoring again. But you can't win unless you score. So, probably the call from the coach that he wanted to pack it in, make it so that they couldn't score again, that was successful.
It was successful, and you talk about what they're able to do. The Utes I'm talking about yesterday lead 1-0 at halftime. The Roosevelt coach is aware that happened. 8-0 game at the end, and certainly it's one of those situations where he's probably saying we're not gonna give that up. We'd rather have the one or two counterattack opportunities, and that's what they went for. So, in the sombrero, with Jared McCackney on top of the VTV van, I think that was successful. If you enjoyed high school soccer on VTV, let the folks down there know. There also are DVD copies available today's game. You can go to vtvchannel6.com or just call them at 781-1902 for a copy today. Also want to thank the high school administration and coaching staffs for helping us put on this successful production. And Jared,
great.
It's great to have you here. Although I've played soccer my whole life, some of that technical and the rules knowledge that you have really helped us bring some clarity to some of these things that happen on the field. I hope you enjoyed yourself here.
I loved it. We got to keep this up, Mark.
We're gonna talk to folks in the VTV to doing women's soccer in the fall. Again, if you enjoyed high school soccer on VTV, let the folks down there know. Appreciate you tuning in. That's it for the soccer season here in the 2014 spring season. We are able to show both of the Union Uintah games, and both programs doing some great things. Uintah swept this season, but you never know with the rivalry game. Well, with that, the Utes win 1-0. We're going to say goodnight, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Uintah Basin High School Soccer live coverage is presented by Octane FC, Future Utes, Future Cougars, L&L Motor, people you know, people who care. Also made possible by Mountain America Credit Union and the Advisor Group.